Hi everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing an introduction to diamond painting. We're going to have a look at different tools that you can use, how you do it, setting it up. We're going to have a look at everything basically. So if you have never done diamond painting before, this is the perfect video for you. If you have done it, it's also a great video to show you some different tools that you could use or some different ways that you can do it. So the first thing you're going to need is a diamond painting kit, obviously. So let's just have a look at what is in this kit. This is a 30 by 30 centimeter. I got this from Craft Buddies. I absolutely love their diamond paintings. So there are a lot of cheaper places like China malls and whatnot. I don't think they do them anymore, but they used to, where you could go and buy like a super cheap diamond painting. And it was a huge craze and everyone was like, yay, super cheap. But only once you've actually done a quality diamond painting do you realize the difference. So the shape of the drills, the size of them, the consistency of them, the ease of putting it onto the canvas, and overall the picture. So only once have I ever thrown a diamond painting away, and it was obviously a China Mall one. And the picture was just, it was absolutely horrible. I actually couldn't even finish it. I just gave up and I literally threw it away. And that's not something that I would do. I have a diamond painting that I've been working on forever and a day. And it's like under a board, under my bed, so that obviously no dust gets on it and it's kept safe. But I would rather put it away and work on it later than throw it away. So you can imagine how bad it was for me to actually throw it away. Like I scrumpled the whole thing up and I threw it away. So let's open this up and see what you get in your kit. Okay, now remember, you get different levels of diamond painting as well. So this is one of the sort of cheaper kits, if you will. So what you get with it is not the same as what you're going to get in one of your larger kits that cost a bit more. So with this one, you obviously get your canvas, which is here. And this has been folded up for a super long time. I've had this probably like 2 years, I think, if not more. Okay, and then you get your tools that are required. So you get a little diamond painting tray. You get some bags, which I actually don't use these. I'll show you what I do use. So you get these. You get wax strips. Oh, this one's got 2. So these are little wax strips, if you will. And then you get a very basic diamond painting pen. Now in the bigger kits, you usually get a little thing that slides on you to make it a bit more comfortable. And instead of these, you will get a little wax pot. So I will show you that in a minute. Also, your diamond painting tray is different. Let me just show you that. So the one that has been under my bed waiting for me to finish it, this is what I got with it. So this is the diamond painting tray. You can see it's larger and it is actually better quality. It has a better spout so that you can pour your drills back into their packets. And this is the diamond painting wax pot that you get. So that is one of the main differences. With the larger kits that you pay a bit more, you also get these really amazing tweezers. I use mine for other things. So if you've watched my videos, you may have seen me using those black tweezers. They're actually diamond painting tweezers. Okay, so that's what you get with it. Now what I like about some of the Craft Buddies kits, and I think it's actually most of them, is that these come already in bags. So they're already in their little Ziploc bags. They've already got numbers on them, which is amazing. Okay, and this I've actually never seen this with anybody else. I've just seen this with Craft Buddies. So you've already got your Ziploc bags. Now, what I did initially when I was playing with, you know, the cheaper kits, is I actually went and I bought the little Ziploc bags, which is the same ones that you get. And what I would do, so you would get it on a little strip, and you would have to cut each of the pieces off, and then you would have to decant them into the bags. So that's what I would do. So with the Craft Buddies one, I don't have to do that. Okay, So let's just keep this together for now. I just want to show you quickly some of the things that you can buy to make your journey easier. And then we will get on to setting this up and then actually doing it, which I think is the fun part. So let's just move this to the side. I showed you the little cheapy pen. I do not like this. I find it a little bit difficult to work with. So my absolute favorite pen are these acrylic DDP pens. You can see I have used it. There's wax in there. These are super lightweight, and just the way you can hold them, it's super comfortable, and I find I get the best placement with these. So one thing you will notice is that the one I have in my hand, it has a slanted tip and this has a straight tip. So I prefer the slanted tips. I do find that they work a lot better. On the end, I've also got a multi-placer tool. So if you enjoy working with that, you've also got that. So this is the pen that I love to work with. Not everybody feels the same, but if you're looking for something a little bit more comfortable, lightweight, I would recommend these acrylic DDP pens from Craft Buddies. Also, look how pretty it is. That's like a tiger's eye. Super pretty. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to be working with. There is another one that you get. I haven't even opened mine. Well, I think I did. But yeah. So this one also has a slanted tip. And it actually opens up and you can slot batteries in there. I think it takes one or two, not quite sure. And you can actually click the bottom and a light shines out of the front so that it makes it easier for you to place your drills. So again, slanted tip, that is definitely my tip of choice. I like the slanted tips. And this also comes with a wax pot. It comes with a straight tip and a multi-placer tool. So I remember when I first started doing diamond painting, Craft Buddies used to have the different tips that you could buy separately. I'll need to check if they still have them. So if you just want to use this pen with different tips, you can actually just go and buy all the different tips. So those are the two pens that I prefer to use over this. You don't have to, obviously. So something else that you can get, which is a nice extra, not necessary, so I've got my power bank here so that we can test this out, or I can show you. So this is a light pad, and let's just put this on. And what this does is, obviously when it comes on, why is it not feeding power? There we are. So this is going to illuminate your diamond painting from the back and make it easier for you to see the numbers. So it's got different light settings. There we are. You can see it illuminates it from the back. This is great for weeding as well. So if you're into cricket and you battle to see while you're weeding, one of these would be great. So another little extra that you get, and it works great with your light pad, is this stand. So these light pads can be used for tracing. They can be used for pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be diamond painting. So you can, So you can obviously adjust this to a level that is comfortable for you, like so. You can put your DDP onto that and you can dot away. So it is quite versatile. Obviously, if you want to sketch and you want to use this, or you want to weed, you can obviously put it at a higher level. Again, completely up to you. These are lovely optional extras, not necessary, but they do make your journey easier. Okay, so another little optional extra that you get, and something that I've used for 1,000,001 different things, is this little straightening tool. You can see mine is quite dirty. Again, it's like 2 years old. So this would be to help you straighten out your drills. So you would kind of just straighten them out using this. Also a very handy tool. So there is something else. I don't have them, but I think they're called corner savers or corner holders. So I did see Craft Buddy has them. Craft Buddies has them. So what it is it's a set of magnets. And what that would do is, as you're working, you pull this back and you would actually clip them on there. It's got like a little pretty thing on it, and that would obviously hold your mat back, your cover back from the mat. Okay, so let's get into setting this up. So how do you diamond paint? Now, every diamond painting that you get will have this little legend on the side. And this is going to tell you how you're going to apply your dots onto this. So we've got our little bags here, which are numbered 1 to 16, which is our first number. Our second is our symbol, which is what appears on the mat. And our third is our color list. So you get DMC colors, and there's something else. I'm not sure what these are. But what I like to do is I like to actually keep all my leftovers, and I like to sort them by number so that I can use them with other projects, or alternatively, if one day I run out of diamonds for something, I will have some backups. So what I did is I actually took our second number here. You can see my 6 hasn't written properly, but that's fine. We'll figure that out. So I've taken my symbol, and then I've taken my number, and I've put it onto little stickers using my Cricut. So you can do this printed, you can do this handwritten, it doesn't have to be done with your Cricut. You don't even have to do all of this if you want to. If you just want the symbol, you can just put the symbol on your bag, and that's just going to make it easier for you. You do also get little containers that you can transfer these into if you'd prefer to work that way. Again, completely up to you. So what we're going to do is we're going to match the number on our bag. So this is number 1, and it is symbol 1. There it is there. So we're just going to take this off, and I'm just going to stick this here. There we are. And that's just so that it's easy for me to see. So I know that the symbol is on top, and then the bottom, I don't even look at it while I'm doing the diamond painting, but that will be for when I want to store them. Then I will use the bottom number, and then obviously the top number is going to become irrelevant. So this is number 2. And what's nice about this is most of them actually correspond with the number on the bag. Most of them, but not all of them. So you'll see when we get to 9, it goes to A. Now what I've noticed is that these diamond paintings specifically try to use symbols that are not similar to each other, and that's going to make it easier for you. Because obviously if you have, let's say, an 8 and a B, those look very similar when they're small, and it becomes a bit more complicated. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put all of these onto the little bags, and then we're going to move on to more about the diamond painting. So we have done the labels. Now another thing I noticed is that the color on the canvas matches, or the color here matches the color here, which makes it easy. This is a very bright one, and that's one of the reasons I chose it, because it's obviously supposed to cater for children, and I would like to put this up on the wall, which we will obviously finish it off next video. So in the next video I'm going to show you how to complete it. I'm going to show you how to get rid of the edges. I'm going to show you all of that, so it's going to be super cool. But what I like is that just visually I can basically tell which one goes where. We're not going to do that though, and when you get to bigger diamond paintings that need more colors, you wouldn't be able to do that, because you'd have 2 colors that are super similar, and it would obviously become confusing. So I've obviously already used this pen, so we're just going to clean the wax out. You can see I just got some ink on my fingers from my pen. So just using a pin, I'm just basically pulling the wax out. It doesn't have to be all of it. It basically just has to be the top layer, because that's what you're going to be using. That's the part that needs to be sticky. So here you can see this has got dust in it. Probably isn't sticky anymore. So I'm just going to scrape this out using my pin. There you can see it's quite chunky. Okay, all of that's out. Now, when you start with your diamond painting, you're going to want to fill the tip of your pen. So we're just going to take our wax out. Now again, I have had this for probably 2 years, so I really hope our wax is still fine. So the wax has a thin cover on top, and it has one on the bottom. So you can see that, can you? I don't know why it's not focusing. So there's like a little thin layer. So you're just going to lift the one layer, and you're just going to push your pen into there and twist. So there you can see it's in. You can just press it against your finger to make sure that there's no overlap. Everything's fine. And if you want to do the back, you would do the same. So let's do it across the top. Like so. And you would just push that in there. And you can, I've seen people using, so what I do is I just push it down with my finger. And any of the overlap we're just going to get rid of. So that's good. There we are. You can see a tiny bit of overlap. We just get rid of that. And there's your pen setup. Super, super simple. So different people like to work different ways. Some people like to take their full piece off and do it color by color. So they'll do all the ones, then all the twos, then all the threes. Other people like to work section by section. I'm one of those people. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can either slice your top cover very, very carefully. So you can slice it into squares. Or you can use something like the Super Mama's baking paper. That one specifically, you can cut that into squares. You can take your cover off and you can square it out. So for today, what we're going to be doing is we're just going to lift it and we're going to start working our way. So I think I want to do our words because I think it's going to be the most impactful right now. So we're going to be using number 2 for the words, which is the black. So what we do is we take some of them. Oopsie, that was a bit much. We don't want to overfill our tray. Okay. And you're just going to give it a gentle side to side. So you can see what's happening. They're going right way up. Okay, so we do have some overlap, and that's why I say don't overfill your tray, because it's not going to help you if it's overfull. Okay, so there you can see they're all facing right way up, and these little lines in the tray help you to do that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pen and we're just going to gently touch one of our diamonds. It now picks it up. So now we're going to go down to our canvas. We're going to lift this, okay, so I'm just dropping this off because I want to try and get it centered. And we're going to place it. Like so. Super simple, right? So remember I told you about the corner savers. This is where they would come in handy. You can see I'm holding it up. The corner saver holder would go here and you wouldn't need to touch it basically. And there you have it. So we've obviously we haven't finished it. We've just done a little piece, but this gives you an idea of what it looks like. So diamond painting is a cross between paint by numbers and cross stitch. It is super simple to do, and honestly, there's not a lot of skill required. For me, this craft is more about relaxing. It's more about kind of getting out of your headspace, if we can say that. I think that's a good way to say it. So I do just want to show you how to use your multi-placer tool, which is also super, super simple. Personally, not my favorite thing to do. simply because I'm like pedantic about straightness. Okay, so you can see I've got a little line here of diamonds. So we want one that is free of other diamonds, of course. So you just want to kind of get rid of the loose ones, and there we are, we've got a line. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to do a walking motion, like so. Okay, so can you see that? You're going to do a walking motion. So to pick them up, you're going to do a walking motion. Okay, so we've got a row of them. And obviously this is only going to work on a spot where you have a straight line that you're able to do this. So we're going to do this on our A over here. And again, we're going to do our walking motion. So this is important, walking motion. Like so. There we are. And there we have placed quite a few at the same time. So you can see what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if it's just because I'm just not good at it yet. I haven't practiced with multi-placer tool just because I simply don't like it. So you can see that my diamonds are not completely straight, and that bugs my soul. So that I prefer, even on huge canvases, to place them one at a time. So you can see I'm just nudging them out the way with the tip of my pen. If you were working with a large area, that's where your little tool would come in, and you would actually just nudge them all together at the same time. So one thing I didn't mention is that you get different types of diamond paintings. This is called a partial diamond painting. So if you are going out to buy a diamond painting and you see it says partial, this is what it means. So obviously partial is not whole, and you can see that there are sections on our canvas where we're not going to put diamonds or drills or whatever you want to call them. Some people call them drills, some call them diamonds, some call them diamond dots, some call them diamond drills. Whatever you want to call them is completely fine. So if it is a full diamond painting, this entire canvas will need to be dotted. This is just a partial, so we're just going to be dotting obviously the bird, the leaves, and the wording. Everything else is not sticky, and it's actually got this beautiful like glitter to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's stunning. So I think that is basically all you need to know on how to get started with the diamond painting. It is super simple, super relaxing, and the results are absolutely beautiful. I've done quite a few diamond paintings. I've done partials, I've done full ones. I bought the whole set of these. So there was I think a lion. What else was there? There was a lion, there was a giraffe. I think there might have been a zebra, I'm not 100% sure, but they all had different like positive quotes on them, and I thought that was amazing for my daughters. So I'm going to carry on doing this over like the next month until my next diamond painting video, and I'm going to give you updates on that, so you're going to be able to see the process. I'm going to keep track of how long it's taken me. Obviously, everybody's time is going to be different, so don't look at my time and be like, oh, you know, that took forever, because I am a mom of two. I have a million other things going on. Sometimes I'll work fast, sometimes I won't. So don't look at my time and think, oh no, that's not doable. What's lovely about this is it doesn't require an end date. So if you want to start one now and finish it next year, that's completely up to you. There's no rush. There's nothing that says you have to be done in a certain amount of time. It is supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be enjoyable. That's the point of it. So I'm going to get to finishing this, and I can't wait to see you for my next update. I can't wait to show you how to finish this off, how to get the little legends off of the sides, different things that you can do with it. I'm super, super excited. I hope that this was informative, and I hope that some of you are actually going to go out there and try diamond painting if you haven't. I'd love to see if you have, what you've worked on, and if you haven't, what you plan to work on. Yeah, it's no skill required whatsoever. It's just a fun, relaxing craft, and I really think it's something that anybody can do. My daughter did one when she was, I think, like 9. So it's super easy and it's super fun, and the results are absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you and show you my progress very, very soon.